I get to make the rules. So it's different than normal Jenga. So a coin toss or a dice roll, if I can't find a coin real quick, because a dice roll can do the same thing as a coin toss, that'll determine the first team. What do we mean by first team? Well, I'm going to split the class north versus south. You will have a chance to make your own team name and put it up on the dry erase board, and then you will keep track of your own score on the dry erase board. Hey guys, those of you talking right now, you're going to miss stuff and then you're not going to know it. So again, like I said in forum, if you need this time to do homework, you should get out homework and do it. But the questions we're about to solve come from 1.2.5, which is tonight's homework, which really we know means it'll probably carry over into Monday, right? Because we said Friday homeworks are kind of whatever. So the questions come from 1.2.5, and they come from the closure. Hey guys, just stop talking for a second. Just for a second. So you should write these down on graph paper and keep track of this graph paper because it's your answers for homework assignments, right? You'll just have to match up which problem goes where because some of us have already done the packet. And yeah, so that's why I'm saying you can't have it out right now. You cannot have it out right now. The only thing you can have out is graph paper. So here's how it works. I call on a person to pick a question. They pick a question. Everybody on the team solves. Everybody has to agree on the answer, or you guys have to talk until you agree on the answer. I will pick somebody random from the team to give me the answer. So I'm going to pick on John because I think it's fine that I do. So if John's got the right answer and he's all excited, he's like, we're ready, Mr. Hudson. And then I call on somebody else and they don't have it done or don't have the answer, John cannot answer. Doesn't matter if John said we're ready. Who I call on has to be the person to answer. So you have to talk to each other. Oh my gosh, we have to talk to each other. Oh no. All right, so here's what happens. You get the answer right. The person I called on, you get the answer right. You get to come up and choose a Jenga block. Get it wrong, other team has the opportunity to steal. So other team, you should also have the answer solved and been talking about it with each other. Then, and guys, next time this will go faster because we won't have to go through the rules. Here are how points work. This is after years and years of modifying, as kids say, that should really be worth more, that should be worth less. A correct team answer, 4 points. Good job. You get an answer right, 4 points. If you come up and pull out a middle block, meaning one of these centers, which are arguably easier to pull out, well, not that row, middle block. Right? An outer block is worth 5. So middle is only worth 3. Outer block is worth 5. Because especially as the game goes, the outer blocks are a bit more scary. Because then it can make the tower tip. And speaking of making the tower tip, that will lose you 10 points. And then we got to reset the tower really fast. You guys keep track of your points over on the board using numbers. So no tick marks. So say my team gets a correct team answer, we will write 4 plus, and then if they get a block, like whichever block they pull,
plus
3, and then we have a running total of 7. So we carry down the 7. Yeah, we keep adding. So we carry down, keep adding, right? Or you can set up your addition however you want, but that's what we're going to do over here. So, just a little uneven. Yeah. So, if the two of you wouldn't mind scooching over here, we're going to do these desk groupings, and you guys can move closer to each other if you want, and these 3 desk groupings. So it'll be 10 versus 9, so it's more fair that way. So, if you guys want to scooch this way a little bit so it's easier to converse and they can't hear you so much. Yeah, so that's what I said at the beginning. If you need to do homework, you can take this time. So I guess we need to adjust the number, I guess. So if you need to go do homework, I don't think there's any classes in the family room. But like, here's the deal. If you want to choose, like I know I'm being nicer than I planned on being. I don't know, I keep doing this. If you would rather choose to stay in here, because then you'll have answers for 1, 2, 6, and the closure, like, that's an option. I'm going to make that an option, even if you're behind on homework. But you got to tell yourself, I got to do my homework over the weekend, right? Like, or AO, or Excel, like, you got to get your work done. If that's not going to happen outside of in class, you're more than welcome to go to the family room and work on homework. So if you need to do that, but realize, like, these are going to be homework answers too. So it's kind of like a toss-up. I don't really care what you choose. I really don't. I know it's weird to, like, have so much responsibility. But you choose. If you need to go to the library. Here, I'll even cover my eyes. I won't even. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, Kylie.
If you need to work on homework and you go do your homework and then you finish and you just come back.
Sure. Yeah, I don't care. We'll lump you into a team somehow. Yeah. All right, you got 30 seconds to move around. So if you need to go, if you know you're busy, and guys, like, if you just know you're super busy and it's not going to happen outside of school, like, that's okay. All right, let's talk about the fine print for those of us staying in the room. The fine print. Guys, always read the fine print. That's where they charge you. So, in Mega Jenga, you are allowed, wait, what? You're allowed to hold the tower while you're pushing the block out. Again, I made this game. If you want to make the rules, you make a game. I know it's a copy of Jenga, but still. Once the block is out, let me finish reading. Once the block is out, this is where things get tricky. You have 10 seconds to place the block back on the tower and step away. It has to then stand on its own for 30 seconds. After that, if it falls, we'll claim it's a natural disaster. Right, because sometimes weird things happen. I'm playing on a new base that doesn't, I don't know, it seems fine, but I haven't tried it before. So after 30 seconds, it's not your problem. Time is at the discretion of me.
Can you use your both hands to pull the
Read what the fine print says. You're allowed to hold the tower while pulling out the block. I don't think you can do that with only one hand.
Like,
So,
can you have, like, the block, and if you have it, like if you have it halfway out, can you, like, pull it with...
like that. Like,
No,
I
like-
use my other hand.
No, I mean, like...
Two hands pull out one block.
No, like, for example, pushing one of the sides is... Yeah, kind of...
If you do something you're not allowed, I'll tell you, but most things are fine. It's really just trying to do some math.
At least on my house, we play Jenga, you can only use one hand for every...
So I know, that's a normal Jenga set. This is not a normal Jenga set. This one's a lot more difficult to play with. Trust me.
Is that thing taller than Franco?
Huh. Well, once we start stacking, it'll be taller than you. Once we start stacking, it'll be taller than you, John. Oh, no, I don't want a new page. All right, so here's the deal. Questions 1 through 10 are mostly from the closure. Questions 11 through 20 are mostly from 1.2.5. So that is how you can steer. So 1 through 10 will be like the entire chapter worth of stuff that it might ask about. 11 through 20 are more specific to like what we were doing yesterday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is fine. Take 20 seconds to discuss if you want to make a new team name. You're the north side, you're the south side, because compasses point that way. If this comes up even, north gets to go first. Came up odd, south, you're going to get to go first. You are going first. You are correct. 10 seconds to decide your team name if you want. So, time. It is okay if we don't have one, but if you decided on one, go write it up on the board if you want. Guys, you don't have to make a unique team name. It's fine. Sometimes you want to be like the Backyardigans or something. Like. All right, we're moving on to play some math. Let's start with Franco, just because John decided to throw that little jab in there. Franco, give me a number. 1 through 20. I don't think 21 is a question. Yep, it is not a question. 1 through 20. 1. Vanson has a bunch of boxes that are all the same. He stacked 4 boxes, measured the stack. It's 3 feet tall. How high will the stack with 20 boxes be? Everyone is solving, writing down work, and discussing. If 4 boxes are 3 feet tall, I will tell you this comes from the closure. If you want to make a little note next to it, this comes from the closure. Make sure we explain to our teammates how we got there, show work. If you can show your teammates work, that's a pretty good argument. Cannot use a calculator. I'm going to try to sort the cards. Got about 30 seconds, probably, maybe a little bit longer than that. There's Eli. Finally, try to get all you guys. Ooh, is this done? Are we still working on it? Did you work on this last night? I forgot to ask about revisions. If you have revisions to turn in, you are more than welcome to turn those in. If you revise the mastery, right? If you revise that mastery, you can turn that in. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I got all you guys. There's 7 of you, right? Sweet. Team South, are we still talking?
Yeah.
All right, keep talking with each other. I'm going to randomly call on somebody for the answer. Is Layla not here today? Davis. Sorry. That's, yeah, I keep forgetting. We have 2 Laylas. Sorry, Layla. Lucas went out there. Kylie went out there. All right, you guys got 20 seconds. I got to hold you to that. Then I'm calling a random card. I'm pulling out your cards. Hey, Eve.
Mr. Hudson,
Yo.
when you call like someone's name, like if you say Mia, can someone else from your team say the answer? Or does
No, you guys have to talk to each other right now. Everyone has to know the answer and understand it. This is what I said in the directions. That's the point of the game. All right, so from Team South, Carmen, how high would that stack be? 15. 15? How'd you figure that out?
Because first, 5 times 4 equals 20 of the boxes, and it says 3 feet, so then 3 times 5 equals 15.
Ah, we multiply by 5 on top and bottom, essentially the giant one, and we get 15 feet tall. Very good. You can come up, or if you don't want to come up to the Jenga tower, you can let somebody come up for you. So, at least, Carmen, go put 4 points for your team because you got 4 points, and then whoever wants to come up, you can give that chance. So, from over here, Eve, give me a number to pick.
Me?
Yes.
So we got 4.
Are you going to work? Are you going to work?
Do the side one.
Oh, come on.
I had a 1 intended.
There we go. All right, 1 is gone.
That's
It's
5.
not your pick, Eve.
13.
Whoa.
I almost dropped it.
On the first one. 21.
I know.
You said 13?
Close again. Do plus
13?
five. Just I don't want to, but I was told to pick it.
You were told to pick it? Well, what number do you want to pick? 5?
Alright, 5.
There you go. Twan is playing a game, but the spinner is incomplete. Help Twan finish that spinner. What fraction goes there? So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we are missing Lucas, Kylie, Layla Davis, and Vincent. Okay. Making sure I have everyone in the teams in their decks. What did we talk about yesterday using? Common denominators.
There.
Common denominators. We'll put what it equals.
Oh.
Yeah. Equals 9, then we'll carry down the 9. Yeah. Because if the game ended right now, your score is 9. You guys solving this? Because you might have a chance to steal. To me, it doesn't feel like 3 would work as a common denominator with 4 and 5, but okay. Whatever you think. Did you write down work and actually solve it? I never trust what things look like. Never trust what things just look like. What would be a common multiple between 4 and 5? 20. 20. By the way, there are still no-name papers up here and a couple lost items. We'll say probably less than 2 minutes. Well, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like that number would work nicely. That's just my gut. You do not have to simplify if you get to a fraction that you think is the answer. You don't have to simplify it. Okay. Sorry. I think the sun was in their eyes and they like spaced out for a minute. Yeah, it was awkward, but they definitely weren't listening to the teacher. 1 minute. We will go 1 minute.
Can we shut the door?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I need more timers, Miss Martin. so far is legit. I'm just waiting to hear what else he says. He sounds pretty confident. And he's got a spider on his chest, so I mean that counts for something. Decide who sounds like they really know what they're doing.
This was in the no name also, and this is mine. The second no name paper.
Yeah, this seems like a habit. We should break that habit.
Yes, we should.
15 seconds.
Okay.
Now I'm actually watching the hand because I think I gave you 2 minutes when I had said 1 minute. 5 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Aiden!
Okay. Oh, wow.
The random cards are spoken, Aiden. What do you think the missing section is?
I have to go with 6/20th.
Aiden says 6/20ths. Team South, do you agree or think you should steal? Well, Aiden is right. It is 6/20ths because Aiden, talk us through it. Or do you want to do it?
I can do this. Okay. Should I get the right
Listen
order of
to
writing?
Aiden. If you thought he was wrong, you better listen to why he's right.
Forgive me if I'm writing
Hey,
over
you
the
can write
writing.
up there where my stuff is. See where I started it for you?
If you type each one from the general order of this one, you easily get 5/20th. And
I'm
since
used
there's
to
two
that.
1/4, add those. You also get the 1/2 of. Hold on, I need to.
Yeah, so 10/20ths, which he's also saying, oh yeah, that's also half.
And easy because you split them 1/2. Then later you gotta figure out this one. And it's kind of easy.
Dude, I started it right there in green. It's right there. It's ready for you.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm still doing it.
No, just keep going in your way.
Yeah, I'm doing my
This is
own
the most,
way.
like middle school thing ever.
Forgive me. It's my own way.
It's just really funny, Aiden. You're fine. You're so fine.
You
So-
if you add them both, you get this.
I want to make sure you guys saw what he
Oh,
did.
How do I
The
erase this?
1/5.
Oh, how do I erase this?
I want to make sure they understand what you did. The 1/5 he multiplied by 4 on top and bottom. Got 4/20ths. In total, he's now taken up 14/20ths, leaving us with 6. All right, we got to move on. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Eli, you're going to give us a number. Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, I move on quick, so if you want to draw it, do it, and then write your points up there. Eli, give me a number. 5 has been taken, so I need to mark that out. 3, he said. Find the perimeter of the shape below.
Thank you, Jesus.
I mean, you can thank him, but you did that. I don't
Time.
think you did it.
No, I think it's because it's not all.
He gave you the power. This is an easier problem. Didn't say easy, but easier. We'll go probably like 2 minutes to solve this one. We got to keep moving so we can try to get more points on the board. This is why I need a bigger classroom, or like a wall that drops down in the middle. I think what makes this one challenging. Aiden, that's recorded. That's recorded. I'm 100% sending that to my teacher friends. Remember, guys, keep this paper when we leave here. It's answers to your future homeworks. Perimeter. There's another problem that asks for area, but this asks for perimeter. battle here. 9 plus 6 is 14.
I said 15.
Five seconds. South side, funny enough, I shuffled up and Eli's card is back on top again. So Eli, what answer do we have? Ooh, they're not even ready for me to ask them. You guys can take another minute if you would like, because they're not even ready to see if they want to challenge. 1 minute extension. Double check your math, check with each other. I've heard both groups say it, so I'm going to go ahead and write these things up here. I've heard both groups say it. All right, but now that we gave you an extension, I am shuffling up again. John, funny. John, what do you think the answer is?
We think it's 60.
South side thinks it's 60. North side, would you like to challenge or do you agree? Do you agree with 60 or would you like to challenge and try to steal?
Challenge.
Ooh, what's your challenge? What do you think it is? Oh, I got to pick somebody. Sorry, I forgot. That's too disorganized. Isabella, what do you think it is? They think it is 78.
That's what we had.
So, funny enough, that doesn't agree with either. Like, neither of those agree with what I have. It's 88. So, neither team gets that one. You forgot a 10. That's why you gotta talk to each other. Alright, so wait, so it's coming back to north side. That was question 3. North side. Oh, Eve, you already went, right? Farah, give me a number. 6? You guys know you're choosing all closure problems, right? I told you 10 through 20 or 11 through 20 are the, like, quote-unquote this weekend's homework, which is fine. We can do closure problems, especially because this one is one that we should be pretty good at. Give me the decimal and fraction form of this number. Great, it's not your problem. It's not a race either. Math is not a race. I will tell you, I'm calling on 2 different people for the answer on this one. So we have 40%.
Oh, you guys are doing that. Okay.
20 seconds. Oh, are we ready? Oh, I can quit waiting then. Layla Graph, give me. I'll let you choose. Do you want to give me the fraction or the decimal?
I can do the fraction.
Sure, give me.
40 over 100.
Yeah, that's one of them. As we said yesterday, there are infinitely many equivalent fractions we could make for that. Jesus! Or did Jesus go to the bathroom? Darn it. Antonella, give me the decimal is left.
0.40.
Yeah, that's not the best way we say it, but you are correct. It is 0.40, or we could say it 40 hundredths or 4 tenths, right? That's one of the better, just a bit more mathy.
Mr. Hudson,
What?
can we disagree and give a different answer?
No, because a different answer would be wrong.
No,
So-
no, we have 4/10.
No, I don't. Oh, yes, there are infinitely many fractions we can use. But you're not disagreeing. If we're being mathematical, right, in this room, we are mathematical. If we're being mathematical, you're not disagreeing with their answer. You're just providing more options. So, sorry, either Antonella, you can come up and do a block if you want, or vote somebody else from your team, but you gave me the last answer, so I'll let you do that. Do your scores when you get up here, too. And South team, let's pick another question.
Oh, no, the marker's right here. Yeah. The marker's right here.
There's like a bajillion markers. I gotta grab cards.
It's 4.
You got 4, and then you're doing a block. Dikshita, give me a number. 7.
And then
Ooh. Now this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and say that we should not do that one, because without a calculator, somebody would have had to remember what I said in class, and I don't really think that's quite fair. So here you go. We're going to default to 8. Give me the fraction and percent form of that number. The fraction and percent form of 0.375. I am not saying it the more appropriate way, because that kind of gives it away. 0.375 is not the best way that we could say that. Man, I got skater ball stuck in my head now. I wonder why that is. Jesus, I called on you when you were gone. You got a free pass because you weren't in here. I am? Well, I mean, convince them. Or, I mean, always entertain the idea that you might, like, we might be wrong, right? Like, any of us could be wrong. So never assume you are absolutely the right person. We have 6 minutes of class left.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay.
I did not realize that.
Oh, was it?
Hang on, poster.
Oh, the answer
You're
goes
having way too much fun with this. Hey, pull your mask up because you're laughing like
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
Are you guys ready?
You know, because the
Alright.
answer was on the
All right, Marina. Marina. fraction form of this number? You guys are lucky I let you hand a paper to her. And Valeria, give me the percent.
35.5%.
I'm assuming you mean 7.
Yeah, 37.
I say the wrong numbers too, don't you worry. This is not over 100 because it ends in the thousandths spot. So guys, here's the easy trick. Hey, stop talking. Here's the easy trick. 1, 2, 3 numbers in the decimal. 1, 2, 3 zeros on the bottom. 3 numbers in the decimal, 3 zeros on the bottom. That is one way that we can remember that. So absolutely send somebody up. Vote a tribute to come up here and.
No. It's whoever answered the second question. Okay.
Well, I'll call somebody if you guys need me to.
Call somebody.
Fine. The next card will be Dikshita. Because I keep just shuffling this deck up. We gotta go fast. North. Mia, give me a number. 2.
55.
Ooh, here's that other question. Same boxes. If the ceiling of the room where Vanson is working is just a little more than 9 feet high, he wants to stack boxes all the way. How many boxes? John, you cannot help. You can poke around. Like, look how easy that came out. A bottom one. Not the top 2 rows. That at least be down here, but honestly, this is hard. You'll pull the tower over.
18 v 18.
You'll pull the tower over. The best strategy is find a loose block low, because the weight sits on it. We're gonna take this outside for you. 30 seconds! And that's because we're running out of class time. Sorry, guys. I wish we could do this all morning. Hey, if I call on you for the answer, you got the answer. You should be talking with your team. Oh, snap. Do I have papers to hand back to you guys?
Yeah, I'd be. What?
Alright, 15 seconds. Yeah, we're changing in like 1 or 2 minutes. So if you guys would like to see what you missed, I did film it, or not film, but I did record it, so it'll be up on YouTube later. Eve, do you have an answer for me? What do you think? How many boxes? 12 boxes? That is correct.
That's what we were going to say. They said 4.
Final question if we want just for fun. Can we find the area of this? Easier way to do it? Cut it up.
Okay, we got it. We got it.
No, it's easy. They get one more block pull. Well, Farah can pull it, or you can pull it. I don't care. We're going to play this later. We will have Mega Jenga outside later today.
We got it. We have it. Of this question. It's 369.
Is it? You already got it earlier?
Yes. We did it on accident.
You are correct.
We did it on accident.
Because you didn't read earlier? I don't know. I put up one more problem, but we got to get out of here. It is time to switch classes. Have a wonderful day.
What you doing?
John, that's how you pull the tower over, bro.
That's how you do it. You're supposed to do the top.
The top? No, the top's harder. If there's any friction, you'll pull the tower down.
I have 2 of those.
2 Jenga sets?
Yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
my parents bought me one for my birthday. My uncle bought me one because he didn't know that
Have you
I
ever
had
put them
it.
together and made
Yeah,
a really big one?
We normally play like that.
That's
But
awesome.
it's
Make
not-
it really hard.
Yeah, it's not funny when you are a lot smaller than the tower and it falls and it hits you in the head.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen with this one before.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun at all.
The score at the end is 27-27.
Oh man, it's a tie. It's a tie. It means we're all winners.